Hey, what's up guys, EvaRide94 back with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Tao Pai Pai figure. This is from the Dragon Ball series, of course, and one of the villains from the series, something I didn't expect to be released, and I'm very happy that it is. It means that this line is doing well. The Dragon Ball saga or the Dragon Ball era line is doing well enough for them to produce a character like this, which isn't like the most popular character or the most popular villain, but he is still iconic when it comes to Dragon Ball. So as a Dragon Ball fan, I am super stoked that this actually got a release. And let's get right into it. It seems like he comes with a juicy amount of accessories. So it's going to be exciting. This is a web exclusive. We can see that the logo is down below of the web exclusive, so that means he's a little bit harder to obtain when you're getting the Japanese release, but have no fear, he's going to be released through Bluefin, and it'll get a US release, just a slightly higher price than the regular releases, because again, it is just an exclusive, a web exclusive, so it does cost a little more. But he comes with a good amount of plastic, a good amount of accessories, so we're going to take a look at that. And if you're interested in the figure, you can check out the links down below to Big Bad Toy Store, where you guys can pre-order or pick it up. He should be out in a few weeks for the US release. So this side of the box, we get some various images of the figure. The other side is just a window, and then the back side shows some of the accessories, and he's all posed up, ready to go. So let's get him out the box and check him out. Alright, so here we have Tao Pai Pai out of the package. And this is how he comes packaged in, just like this. Got the pair of fists on and the regular tunic piece. And I say that because he does come with an alternate piece. So here it is, and this is to attach to him when he is flying on his flying pillar. And that gives the effect that he is actually flying in the air because it's waving in the wind, moving in the wind. So that's cool. We get an alternate tunic piece or bottom of his outfit piece. It's not an alternate leg. I don't know why someone thought, I saw a post somewhere that someone thought he came with an alternate leg piece or lower torso piece. That's not the case here. So let's take a close shot here. We can see his face, and I like the face sculpt. Very nice. You can see the eyes were done very well, and the mustache. Everything's pretty clean. I don't see any paint bleeding or anything on the figure. The head is a little bit popping out, but it's just it was just separated a little bit. Now it's in there. We have the ponytail here. I like this part. They put the kill you on the back side, which is accurate. And the colors, it looks so good. Very anime accurate on the colors. Look how clean the logo is on his torso and down to the feet. Which I'll get back to the feet in a second when we get to the pillar. But very interesting thing they did with the feet. Alright, so here's an alternate face that we get. It's a screaming, yelling, angry face. And then our last, but not least, we have the nice tongue sculpted face. My favorite face of them all. So very nice fan service here to give us this look. Very cool. Alright, so we did see the pair of fists on the figure. We have two open hands here. Looks like he's got some wide hands. And then we have the pointing finger hand, only on the right hand. And anyone that's sexually active out there, you guys know what these hands are for. And lastly, we do have the 7-star Dragon Ball. And I think this completes all 7 of the Dragon Balls. I could be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they are completed. And as you see, this is a transparent Dragon Ball. And I say that because now the upcoming Dragon Ball characters are coming with a newly painted Dragon Ball. They're kind of like more metallic color. They're actually painted. They're not transparent plastic. So I think they're doing that just to make it different because they're continuing to release Dragon Ball characters. So they're going to give us another set of Dragon Balls possibly. I think that's what's happening here because Chi-Chi, which was teased already, looks like it's coming with one of those painted Dragon Balls. Alright, and here is the pillar up close. It is hard plastic. For some reason, when I saw the promo pics of this thing, it looked like a piece of foam, not to be joking around. It literally did look like a piece of foam on those pictures. So this side you don't see the seam too much. This one, or on this side, you see the seam a lot. You can see there's plenty of peg holes here and on the top, and this does separate into 2. So you can see it's just a hollow piece of plastic. And just to go wider here, just to get the whole thing in frame and shot, you can see here. And I do like that they did go ahead and sculpt some detail on it. It's not painted, but it's still pretty nice. Alright, and then we get the effect pieces, which act as the stand for this thing, for the flying pillar. So this is a nice thing they did. This is a very good idea, is make this the stand, make the effects, the swooshing effect, the effect that he's flying in the air with it, make that the stand. And very cool. And then I assume this is the base here, and then this is the actual stand, and then you put the pillar on top of that. So very cool. We'll get that put together later on in the video. Alright, and then last but not least, in the package you're going to get these things. It looks like a model kit, but these are for the pillar, so you can fill in those holes, those peg holes, when you're not using those specific peg holes. And the other ones you can cover up. You can see they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They go into specific slots, so you have to refer to the instruction manual that it comes with to know which one goes where, because it looks like they're sculpted slightly different, and they're angled at different angles than others, so you can't just put it anywhere you want. Then we get this piece here, and these are for the feet to get him pegged into the pillar. So this is very unique. So we're going to go back to the feet of the figure and check it out. You see right and left. So this is very different, something that you're not used to seeing at all with these type of things. Normally you would have figured that there would just be 2 peg holes on the bottom of these 2 feet and then 2 pegs sticking out of the pillar, but no, that's not the case. We have peg holes on here, so you don't get any annoying pegs sticking out when you don't want it. And then you also don't get the holes down here if you don't want it. So something that was totally not necessary, they could have just gone that route and just have a peg hole here and a peg on the pillar, but no, we get this. So you actually, well, the foot comes off, but that's not meant to come off. I guess mine is kind of loose, but because this one's not coming out. But this one here on both feet, the bottom of the foot comes out. So you can see here, that comes out, and then this one comes out. So now that unveils 2 peg holes, and you're gonna stick in these things in there to replace that. So now these have pegs on the bottom of it. So you have 2 angled ones, so when you want him on the very edge of the pillar, and then 2 pegs sticking straight up when you want him 1 foot on the very edge. Let me get the pillar to better explain that. If you want 1 foot here and 1 foot here, you're going to go ahead and put the pillar or the pegs that are sticking straight, and then the angled ones would be on the edge right here, on the rounded edge of the pillar. So very cool that you get those 2 options, and very unique way of doing this here. So check it out. This is what you can do with those angled ones. The angled feet pieces, you can put it on the very rounded edge of the pillar, and I mean, he stays on there pretty stiff. He's not moving anywhere. That's just very cool. So what you do with the other ones is that you place these little pink pegs there to cover those holes up. Very nice. I like this a lot. Alright, here's just a very quick look at him with the base and the stand attached. So he's in the air right now, right here with the effect pieces there. So very nice. Alright, so checking out the articulation, the head's going to go left and right on a ball joint. It is going to look up and down with some help of that neck. So got the neck articulation there along with the head, so that makes the range go all over the place. We have a hinge ball joint on the ponytail. So this is cool. Hinges forward and back. You can swivel it on that part. You can turn it, make it look like it's waving in the wind. And I like the little detail on the painted bow tie on the very bottom of it. So the shoulders have this nice butterfly joint too, as you can see already. The arms are going to go forward and back, in and out. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist with a hinge. We have a diaphragm joint that swivels left and right, goes forward and back. It does leave a little bit of a gap on the front, and going forward it leaves a little, very tight crack on the back there. Nothing crazy. There is a waist swivel to the groin area. It's the new 2.0. There goes the foot. So with this piece on, it is a little bit hindered, I must say, as you see, but it still does kick forward. You can still kick it back, in and out about that far. And then we got the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, look beautiful. Got the ankles on that ball joint right here. So it's not a hinge, but it's a ball joint, double ball joint. So it still moves around plenty. There's the little rocker, there's a swivel, the toe hinge, of course. That's about it. So if you wanted to, you could get him balanced on one leg here. Get him a nice kick going. So not the best pose, but still just showing that you can get him nicely posed up and balanced into some martial arts, into some fighting poses. Very nice. Start off the comparisons, we'll start off with some Dragon Ball characters, some Dragon Ball figures. We have King Piccolo, and then we have Bulma, which is the more recently released Bulma in the pink outfit. You can just see how much taller King Piccolo really is next to Tao Pai Pai, and how much smaller Bulma is next to those two. So there's a scaled back shot of the three. Alright, and then here he is next to the Kid Goku Figuarts figure. This is the Blue Convention exclusive version, but it is the same figure as the regular release, which is in the orange gi that we all know. And there's his scale next to Tao Pai Pai. Alright, next are some random figures. We'll start off with the Mezco 112 Collective Sovereign Knight Batman. There he is next to the newly released NECA TMNT Master Splinter. There he is next to one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael from NECA as well. There he is next to a Marvel Legends Rogue. And there he is next to a Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Cara Dune. So this is literally how this works when you want to apply the alternate tunic or outfit piece. You separate it from the waist, and that's how it's meant to be. We got 4 pegs on the waist there where you can attach the newly waving posed pieces, and it just slides right into there, and then the other one slides in as so too. And now we just stick the upper torso on top, and it snaps fairly easy too, and he's good to go. And that pretty much does it for my review of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Tao Pai Pai. This is wonderful. I think this is just, their figures just keep getting better and better. They keep releasing very nice quality figures, and for a fan of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball anything, I mean, this is just fan service. The amount of stuff they packed into this guy, a character that is not a main character or a main villain, but we still managed to get the pillar, the flying pillar, the alternate faces, the tongue, the Dragon Ball, everything. The only thing he's missing is the robotic head. Maybe we'll get that head in another release of another figure, and then you can put it onto this guy if you so wish. But I'm just happy we have him, and he's a great figure. I can say that. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.